Today I'm going to be reviewing Kingslim D6 4K, which is a 2-channel dashcam, front and interior. The front cam is 4K, whereas the interior cam is 2K Quad HD. The dashcam costs $160 on Amazon.com. You can have the option of turning this into a 3-channel dashcam, which costs an extra $30 for the rear camera. A big thank you to Kingslim for sending me this dashcam to review, so it's interesting to see what this dashcam is like. So let's see what you get when you buy this dashcam. First up is the dashcam itself, the D6. I really like the design of it with the red lines around the lens, and doesn't feel cheap. Suction cup mount, dashcam bracket with 2 adhesive tapes. Nice you get an option to choose between suction and adhesive. Cable clips to help with installation. Card charger power cable with extra adhesive sticker to help you with cable management. Card crowbar to help you hide the cables and put in and take out the micro SD card. 2 electrostatic stickers, warranty card, and a quick start guide. If you want the full instructions, they are online only. So that's everything. Let's get this dashcam set up. So here we have the dash camera in place. I like the way it looks. And because it's on, I've got it on the suction mount, it does turn 360 degrees. And it makes it easy if you want to position it. So you could have it as a side camera. So now we'll go to the settings. I like that there's nothing on the buttons at the bottom. They don't tell you what they are. However, it tells you on the screen. The buttons do different things depending on what setting you're on. So I really like the fact that it then tells you what each button does. One for the video of it and one for the general settings of the camera. So you've got resolution, which can be 4K and 2K or 4K and 1080p. That's the recommended setting. This can also be an interior camera. You can also add a rear camera, which is an optional extra, so that's what that bottom option's for. Loop recording is 1, 2 minutes or 3 minutes. And you can then choose what you want to display. I've just got it set on both screens, which is always nice to make sure that all of them are recording correctly and at the right angle so you can see everything. And then you've got the fairly regular settings that you'd expect. G sensor, I've got it on low. You never really want it more than low because you can have problems from going off over any sort of bump. So that's all those settings. If I go back, you then got screensaver. Now the screensaver becomes a clock, which is really cool. I really like that feature. Definitely makes it a lot more useful, and you can choose between 30 seconds, 1 minute or 3 minutes. Time display, so as I said, it displays the time. You can choose to have this on or off. I quite like it. Wi-Fi, this does work with an app, but it seems to be only for downloading footage, so I haven't shown you that today. Date and time systems, the beep sound, you can choose to have it on or off. Language, parking monitoring, so this camera does have parking monitoring if you'd like it, but you do need to of course hardwire the dash cam in to do that. So it's something you can choose to do or choose not to do. It's up to you. So now you've got driver reminder fatigue, which is useful, time zone, again time zone, and GPS information. And then you've got GPS speed. You can choose to have it kilometers per hour or miles per hour. It's automatically set on kilometers per hour, so if you're in a country that uses miles per hour like I am, you need to sort that over. Formatting the SD card, which you need to do when you first get the camera. So I think that's everything to share about the camera. As I said, I really like the way this spins, and let's now go through and see what the footage is actually like. Quite easy to see.
Yeah, it's good.
It's such a wide road. The person behind me wants me to explain this paper.
They want to go see me now.
The front camera is 4K. The quality is pretty much what I expected. The colours are pretty good and you can see things clearly. A good example would be to show that it does a really good job of catching oncoming vehicles' license plates, or number plates. I'm doing about 60 miles an hour and you can clearly read them no problem at all. As this is a budget 4K dashcam, there's always a compromise, and it's the frames per second, FPS. It's at 24 frames per second, which is a bit low. you really want 30 frames per second. However, the VFO A139 Pro, which is more than double the price, at its highest setting is also 24 frames per second. So I guess that's pretty normal for a 4K camera. The interior or cabin camera, whatever you'd like to call it, is 2K Quad HD, but I had it on its default setting, apart from changing the miles per hour rather than having kilometers per hour. So it was at 1080p Full HD resolution, not the 2K. You can read the number plates of the car behind you in the queue, so it works as a rear camera pretty well. I was very impressed. So the audio, there's not really much to say here. It's very good, it's nice and clear. It's a bit quiet like most dashcams are, so there's nothing unusual there, so I couldn't fault it. So, should you buy the Kingslim D6 4K? Well, if you're after a 2-channel 4K dashcam and you don't have a huge budget, then I think this is a good choice to go for. And for an extra $30 you can turn it into a 3-channel dashcam, which is also good value for money. The video quality is very good, and it has everything you'd need or want in a dashcam. I really like the suction mount, as you can rotate the dashcam 360 degrees, so it'd be really useful if you're after a side camera. If you have a bigger budget, why not check out my review of the VFO A139 Pro to see what you get for the extra money.